Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial showing us how we can set up our online examinations for the upcoming end of term examinations. So quick note is that we're going to be doing this using Google Classroom. So even if you went ahead and you designed your examination in Google Forms, it can be easily imported into Google Classroom so you can add it as a quiz assignment. Alright, so first things first, we're going to navigate to Google Classroom. And we can do that easily by going to classroom.google.com. Then we are going to find our class. And go to classwork. Once we've done that, we're going to create a new quiz assignment. And upon creating a quiz assignment, we insert our title, and if we have any instructions that we want to leave for the students, then we can leave it here as well. With this quiz assignment option, you'll notice that you'll have a Google form already attached, and it's going to say blank quiz. So you can actually click on the blank quiz, which will take you to the Google form, which is where you'll be creating your test. Once you're on the Google form, you're going to enter your title for the paper, or title for the exam. Before you start setting the exam, it is best that we set the settings, or ensure that the settings for the exam or for the form itself are set to suitable parameters. Here are some of the things that we need to look out for. Now we can choose when to release the grade. It can be released immediately after the submission, or it can be released later when you manually review the responses. You can adjust the respondents settings so that students can see the questions they got correctly or the ones that they didn't get correctly. Under the responses section, please ensure that you turn off the option for students to edit their responses. That way, once they have done the exam, they will no longer be able to go back and change anything once they made a submission. Also, be sure to restrict the test or the form to users in your organization. That way, students will have to use your school email to access the exam, and also ensure that the test itself is limited to one response. That way, students cannot submit a second response from their school email. Under the presentation option, you can turn on the show progress bar. That way, it allows students to see how far they have reached. And also, please ensure that you turn on shuffle question order. That way, if students are trying to cheat from one another, they will be seeing different questions at any given time. So even though these two students are sitting side by side, they're not seeing the same questions in the same order. Under the default section, you can choose to make questions required by default. That way, students will be required to do all questions, because we know from time to time students will leave a question and not do it. Alright, so once all our settings are in order, it's time to set a limit for how long the exam will run and how long students will have access to the exam. To do this, we're going to be using a limiter add-on. To access the add-ons, we will click on the puzzle-shaped icon at the top right-hand corner of the page, and then we're going to select Form Limiter. If it's not in your list, then we're going to have to install it. To install the add-on, we're going to be clicking on the three dots that are beside your account picture. Then you're going to click on Get Add-ons. Once the window pops up, you're going to search for Form Limiter. It should be the first add-on that you see in the search results. Select the add-on, then click Install and follow the instructions to install the add-on. Once you're done with that, then you should see the add-on come up in your add-on list when you click on the puzzle-shaped icon. So once Form Limiter has been installed, you go back to the puzzle-shaped icon and click on Form Limiter. There you should get a pop-up box showing you the options. Now, for some persons, this might not work at the first try. So what you need to do is just go, you can try and refresh the page and try again. Try to access it once more. If when you click on Form Limiter you still don't get the option to use the limiter, just click it and close the form entirely. Once you exit the form, then you can go back using the link you used earlier and try once more. So when you try it the next time, you should see a option that says set limit come up. Once you click on that, then you will have another dialog box coming up to the bottom right of your screen, and there you can set the parameters for the limiter. You're going to select which option you want to use, whether it's date and time. For this case, we'll use date and time. Alright, so once you've selected date and time, you're going to set the time and the date for when the examination comes due. That is when the examination should be finished. Right? So you can set the date of the exam and the time at which the exam is supposed to finish. So say for example, it's a 1-hour exam and it starts at 8:30, then you would know that it would finish at 9:30. So that is the time that you would put in the time section. You may also add a message that students will see once the exam has been submitted or once the time has passed. Right? So once the submission time has passed, then the students will see this message pop up. You can just type whatever message you would like to type there. You can also check the box to ensure that you receive an email once your form has been completed. Once the time has expired, you will receive an email saying that the time has expired. Once you have done all that, then you click save and enable, and your limit for your form has been set. Now from there, all you have to do is go in and set your questions. So for those persons who don't know how to set exam questions in Google Form, it's as simple as typing the name, the question that you want, and ensuring that to the right multiple choice is selected, and then you can put in your options below. So you have as many options as you want. Most people usually use 3 or 4 options. Go on your answer key at the bottom left and select which one you want to be the correct answer. So the one that's the correct answer, you select it and you add a point value, then click done. Once you've done that, you'll click on the plus sign to create a next question, and you can just add another question just like that. So you add the question, then you add the options. Once you've added all the options, you go down to answer key and you click on answer key. Then you're going to select the correct answer and then add the point value and click done, and continue with that process until your exam is completely set. Once you've done setting your exam, next thing to do is just close the form because it saves automatically, and you're going to now schedule your exam. To schedule your exam, you're going to go to the right hand side of your Google Classroom assignment tab, and you're going to select the date and the time when the exam is supposed to be posted. So you select the date of the exam, and I would recommend that you set your time of the exam for at least 5 minutes before the exam is supposed to start. Right. Once you've set all that, you just click on schedule and your exam will be scheduled. Alright, so that's it. I hope this video was helpful for y'all. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me so I can give you further instructions.